chance that you might return to the stage?
Oh, I would love to. Honestly, I've for years have said that's kind of my #1 priority when Flash wrapped up. My priority #1 would be for sure to get back on stage.
Well, that was from just over a year ago when Grant Gustin appeared on our show to talk about his TV series, The Flash, coming to an end. And he talked about wanting to be on Broadway. Well, check him out now.
Okay, so the actor, singer, and dancer now starring in the hit Broadway musical Water for Elephants, and he is joining us this morning. So welcome back to the PixMR News. Grant Gustin, great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So you kind of like spoke it into reality, right?
I know.
Manifested.
And then this is like, this show is the talk of the town, Broadway debut for you. Congrats on all the success. This show in particular, though, getting rave reviews.
Yeah, no, it's been really fun. Sorry, I was distracted because I actually almost wore that vest that I had on that clip, and now I'm so relieved that I did not put it on because that would have been so embarrassing.
Oh my God, I wish you would have now. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been a dream come true, and the show is no easy feat. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I had the chance to watch it with my daughter, and from the very beginning, once you hit that circus scene, it was jaw-dropping. What is it like for you to be a part of this production? Because it is quite a spectacle.
Yeah, no, it's surreal. I mean, I had always dreamed of not only being on Broadway, but getting to originate something, and to be able to do it in a show like this with this incredible company and Jessica Stone directing us. I mean, it really is. I'm pinching myself every day, and it's also scary. It's like, you know, doing it, just being on Broadway in general is, you know, it's exhilarating and scary and fun, but yeah, as you've seen it, I mean, there's a lot of things in the show that are scary and exhilarating and fun as well. So
Yeah.
What do you mean? You mean like flying across the stage and all the circus stuff isn't like your everyday routine?
Well, thankfully, I leave the circus stuff for the most part to the true circus performers and acrobats.
Tell us who you play. You play Jacob Jankowski, the younger version.
Yeah, Jacob Jankowski, who, when we're meeting him, has just experienced great loss. I mean, he's lost both his parents, and it's a height of the Great Depression, and he's left with really nothing. He was finishing school at Cornell, studying to be a vet, and has nothing left behind after he loses his parents, and hops a train that ends up being a circus train, and they're in need of a vet. And he doesn't plan on staying, but he senses the animals' need for someone to be able to take care of them and look out for their well-being, and he ends up sticking around, becoming their vet, and falling in love as well.
Yeah, it is a beautiful love story, but I mean, I'm looking at you on that stage, like he was talking about some of the stunts. You're hanging at one point, holding on for dear life, literally, and singing at the same time. Was there some sort of training that went into this for you? Because I know some of the actors, the people that are in the show, are actual circus performers.
Yes, yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was mentioned, like, I think in my callback, Jess was like, "Are you afraid of heights?" And I was like, "No," like, because I didn't know what, you know, she was, you know, getting at. But then, you know, they explained the trapeze moment to me, and I assumed I'd be harnessed, and I'm not. But no, they take the training and safety precautions very seriously, obviously, and they. While I am just hanging from the trapeze,
Just hanging.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Izzy does a full routine on a trapeze. So like she's, you know, doing a little bit more than I'm doing. I'm hanging and singing it, but they did make sure that I could do, you know, a certain amount of pull-ups and like get myself into a pike position to sit on it in case anything went wrong. So I could like get myself to a safe position. But so they did train me, even though I'm just kind of like hanging from
And
it.
singing.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, trying to do pull-ups last night, I could do like 2.5.
And singing at the same time.
Yes,
Wow.
oh God. Please help me. So let's talk about how you feel at the end of the show, right? Because your Broadway debut and 8 shows a week.
Yeah.
Right. So 8 shows a week, it's exhausting, and then you add on all this other stuff, hanging from the trapeze, plus the singing. What's your daily routine, right? Because we hear people that give up everything. They give up milk and pizza and cheese and all this other stuff. What's your routine?
I just try to take. I mean, I have a toddler. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter. Yeah, and my wife is pregnant. We're expecting our second. So yeah, it's crazy.
It's going to be a circus at your house.
Yes, it will be. So it's that's obviously my main priority. So it's tough finding a balance of being around as much as possible and giving everything I can to the show. But it's thankfully, like, I'm naturally a homebody, and I like to be home with my family. I'm not like trying to go out after shows or anything. Drinking a lot of water, getting as much sleep as possible, and that's there's really not much to it other than just taking like general good care of yourself.
Right.
And when you do a show nearly every single day, I mean, that is like he was saying a lot of wear and tear on you.
It is, yeah.
But this is your first Broadway show, but you're not the only one in the show who's making their Broadway debut.
I don't know what the number is, but yeah, I was saying out before we came on that it's I know it's more people making their Broadway debuts in the show than people that are not.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, one of which, Stan Brown, who plays Camel, is incredible, and I mean, he's in his 60s, and this is his Broadway debut, and he's brilliant. So it's a really special company.
I mean, that goes to show that it's never too late.
No, never give up on your dreams, man. I mean, there's so many people that are fulfilling their dreams for the first time in this show, and you can feel it every night. It's never lost on any of us. It's really special.
Are there any pre-show rituals?
Yeah, we all gather in a circle before, and there's something we say in the show that's step right up and put some wind in your sails, and we kind of create a turbine with each other's hands.
Oh,
and
nice.
we say step right up, and we cock it and then throw it into the air and say put some wind in your sails. And it's really fun.
I like that.
Yeah.
So any chances you're going to try more stunts like in the future and maybe add something to your repertoire after? Because there's no net.
No, there's
Some
no
of these
net.
people are literally doing all these circus acts, hanging, spinning, I mean everything, with nothing to catch them.
Yeah, like I said, I'll leave that to them. Hanging from the trapeze is plenty for me, and being on top of the train while it spins, and that's enough excitement for me. I'll leave it to those guys.
All right, Grant, you have a 2.5-year-old. I have an almost 2-year-old. When did the Terrible Twos start?
She's really smart, and I feel like the smart ones are even more of a handful. So it's started long ago. It feels like.
I feel like mine's already there.
Yeah.
Great to have you here. Congratulations on all your
Thanks.
success. Awesome,
Thank you.
Awesome job.